4:03 Thursday, almost Friday. Mike Lee here on the afternoon drive. It is Throwback Thursday. Got a bunch of your favorite throwbacks on the way. If there's something you want to hear, you can hit me up by texting me on the Cleveland State Cougar text line at 423-614-6499. Coming up, I'm going to tell you how you can win a $100 Publix gift card just for sharing a Thanksgiving recipe. Yeah, all that and more coming up. Right now, joining me in the studio is Angie Lippard. Is that correct?
Yeah, good
Did I
job.
nail it? Yay.
You nailed it.
Yay for Mikey. She's with digital media and marketing at Cleveland Chattanooga Homes.
Yes.
Welcome. Tell us about Cleveland Chattanooga Homes.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I am loving this whole subject and being here. ClevelandChattanooga.homes is our website, and we are a team of the Janice Sams team. She has been a realtor here for 30 years,
Wow.
A local realtor. So if you want somebody who knows Cleveland, you want to have Janice Sams represent you. But so one of the things that we decided to do this year, she hired me as the digital media manager, was we were going to launch a new website. And so our website, ClevelandChattanooga.homes, of course it has real estate listings, it has our homes, you can go do a search there, but we wanted something more. We wanted to give to Cleveland and be a resource that Cleveland could come and check out. So one of the things I started doing was community events. I just put the Halloween block party pictures up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were so fun. It was my first time there. So
it's an event, isn't it?
It was so
really
fun.
is.
It was like a movie. It felt like a movie, like I was in some kind of movie. And so we've got that, but then there was some other things I wanted to put, like historical events, community events, and things like that.
And this got you involved in something that is really amazing, having to do with the mausoleum. Tell us about how you got into this.
Man, this just took off. So one of the things that I just was like, when you Google like Cleveland, Tennessee, you're going to find Nina Craig Miles. I mean, it's just going to come up because it's just like so inherent to the town, especially downtown. And so I kept saying like, what is this? I've lived here 30 years. I've lived in Ottawa 30 years, but not in Cleveland. And so I was like, what is this Nina Craig Miles? And they're like, yeah, the mausoleum's downtown. You should go check it out. And they're like, I'm like, well, I'm going to go get footage. So one day I was out getting footage for our website, ClevelandChattanooga.homes.
Okay.
And I was doing like the 5 Points Museum, and I was doing like local things to put on the front of our website. But I was like, I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Nina Craig Miles mausoleum. I had my drone, I had my camera, and I had my video recorder. So I was like, it was a gorgeous day. I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and shoot it. So that's how I got into it, answering that question. I was like, well, we're going to put this on our website eventually. And so this started beginning of September. And I was at the mausoleum, and I went around it a couple times. I couldn't see the, like, bleeding spots, I'm assuming that our viewers know that, what we're talking about, right?
For those that don't, just very quickly tell the Nina Craig Miles story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not an expert, but I am a researcher. I have researched this like no crates. Okay, so Nina Craig Miles, she was 7 years old, beautiful little girl, from a very wealthy family here. The Craig Miles Opera, the Craig Miles houses, the whole family. And so she was an only child. And so then she was kind of doted on by her grandfather, who was Dr. Thompson. Gideon Thompson, and then he was a doctor here. So she was just inherent to the part of town. Some of the newspaper articles I've read talk about how she would go meet all the shopkeepers, and they would talk about how beautiful she was and how mature she was for her age too. So then she died tragically. Her grandfather was in the buggy driving a horse and cart buggy, and she got hit by a train.
Ooh.
Yeah, now I found out a lot about this, Mike. I even found out what kind of train it was that hit. So you have to go to our website, because I'm going to have that on there eventually. I don't have it now, and I can't talk about it right now.
Right.
But it was a specific kind of train in one of the newspaper articles that I found. So anyway, imagine that.
So now you're at the we'll go to the mausoleum, and you're looking
at the mausoleum, and she died, and 2 horses died, and Dr. Gideon lived. So I'm at the mausoleum, I'm checking out these red spots. If I see them, I'm like, oh my gosh, there they are, So like, how you get like that ADHD focus, and you're like just zoomed into it, and you can see on my video, like I'm zooming in on it, and I'm thinking like, what does that look like to me, and all of that. And so I'm standing there, and Mike, I kid you not. Now, let me backtrack for just a second. I had looked at the clock on my phone for a 2 o'clock meeting that I had back at the office. I was like, it was 12:30-ish. I'm like, oh, I've got plenty of time, right? So I actually knew what time it was. So I'm standing there and I'm zooming in and I'm super focused. And then all of a sudden, the St. Luke's bell tower clock goes off above my head and my soul left my body. I was like, holy crap, what was that? Because I didn't even know the church had a bell tower.
Yeah.
It's rather inconspicuous.
Right.
So I didn't even know it had a bell tower. It's right over my head. It feels like it washes over me, right? You can see my video. I'm going, like when I jerk in my video, but I try not to like panic, zoomed it back out and cut it off. And I was like, what just happened? So I look at my phone and it had gone off. My timestamp on my video is between 12:44 and 12:46. It did not go off at 1 o'clock. It gonged one time, and I was like, what the heck just happened?
That's a little creepy.
Isn't that creepy?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, here's another thing. I don't look for the paranormal. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking for
No,
anything.
you're looking at this historically, just to tell the story.
Completely
Yeah.
historic research, the whole 9 yards. And so, get this though. I'm standing there, and I'm like, my adrenaline is like literally heart beating, and I can hear the other church's bells go off at 1 o'clock.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So I was like, that is so weird.
And then there was something more about Dr. Thompson, Gideon Thompson, about St. Luke.
Yeah, okay. So here's what I did on the research. Now, these are like dates and things that everybody knows, but I don't think everybody's put them together in the same way that I just saw this. Okay, ready? So she died October 18th. October 18th was St. Luke's Day. Mm-hmm. Her grandfather was the doctor in the town. St. Luke is the patron saint of doctors.
Yes.
All right, guess what? He's the only one who survived the accident. The doctor. All right. So St. Luke's, the church, is named in honor of the day she died, St. Luke's Day.
See, I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew that. That's incredible.
Oh, that's so good that I could bring that to you because I found that in like legit newspaper articles from the 1800s. This story was widely covered. Not one, like I got like 12 different articles.
Yeah.
So St. Luke's was named for the anniversary of the date. The church was consecrated on Holy Innocents' Day. And then the second thing, they broke ground on 1 year anniversary on St. Luke's Day. So now get this, one of the newspaper articles said, there's a marble plaque that's inscribed with the last verse that she learned in her Sunday school class being alive. And it is, I will arise and go to my Father, which is also very sad and timely. Mm-hmm. But it's
also found in...
And it's found in St. Luke's
Gospel.
Chapter 15,
wow.
Verse 18.
How
about that?
Okay, now... Tell everybody how they can find out more about this. You have a blog and that sort of thing?
Well,
because I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to read about this.
Oh, and what I want, though, is for them to know I'm not finished. I've got so much stuff. I want them to come back and check it out.
Oh, absolutely. They get started, they'll come back.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I've got to tell you right quick. Okay. If you go to clevelandchattanooga.homes, right now is the video that I took while I was standing there, and you can hear that gong go off, and it is something. Have your sound up, okay? And the second was the video of this. Okay, let me tell you this right quick. I had done a bunch of research, and I was like, I have got to write this story, though. I hadn't sat down to write the story. So I'm sitting down. I'm like, I'm going to write the story. I start the details. I'm writing down, she died October 18th. I was like, wait a minute. I stopped, looked down at my computer. It was October 18th. I started writing.
So on the
153 year anniversary is the day I start writing that story. So what did I do? I grabbed my camera. I went back to the mausoleum and I did a little video, and it's on the website too. It's clevelandchattanooga.homes. We represent the Janice Sams team, and we're local to Cleveland, and we want to build that up too.
All right. And so if they go to Cleveland, you said the best way to get to this blog.
clevelandchattanooga.homes, and then at the top it'll say Cleveland, Tennessee Insider.
Okay.
Yep, you click on that, and Nina is the first. Oh, and did I tell you about the baby picture? Let me tell you one thing about that.
Sure.
So the most pictures that are out there are of her at about 3 or 4 years old, and of her at 7. And so I have a whole nother story about that, but I found a baby photo.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the first thing you'll see when you go. And then the other 2 videos are there, and the article that I wrote, but there's a lot more to come. I'm so excited.
Well, I'm going to blow your mind.
Tell me.
His name was Gideon Thompson.
Yes.
our producer at Mix 1041 and MixTV.tv now is Gideon Radcliffe.
Really?
Yes.
I love the connections.
Isn't that strange?
I love it.
Wow. See, now, Gideon, I made you famous, Gideon. All right. Again, it is ClevelandChattanooga.homes.
Yes, correct.
And you click the
Cleveland, Tennessee
Insider
yes.
tab for more on this.
And please, if you're interested or have any questions, make me a comment. I'd love to talk to you about it.
Absolutely. We've been talking with Angie Lippard, Angie Digital Media and Marketing at ClevelandChattanooga.homes. This is an amazing blog, but they can also do an amazing job at buying or selling your home.
There you go.
All right. Hey, Angie, you'll be seeing some comments.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Fantastic.
I've got more to come. And thank you for having me, Mike.
All right. It's 4:14. What an interesting story. Time.